all you bitches that were drawing eyeballs in high school when you were supposed to be learning algebra, now is your time. Bring it back, girl. Heck yeah. Welcome back to Toke It Out. How are you guys? I'm great. Ooh, gonna put this smoky fella out because we're smoking. Whoa. Okay. Chill out. It's not that serious. What was I smoking on? I don't even know, you guys. No, I'm just joking. It is the Jack Herrera Reserve. Their like original sativa flower. It was pretty good though. So we're all sativa diva'd up. As you guys know, I am a true sativa diva. I am a citrus, orange, lemon, terpy kind of girl. You know what I mean? I'm sucking on the end of an exhaust pipe terps. I can appreciate it. I can identify it. It's not what I'm going to spend my money on personally. I want something fruity and nice and fresh. I literally don't want to feel like I've got my windows down on the expressway. Sorry. Hey, maybe it's just Motor City things, you know? My karma for saying that is this baby hair on my lip. My husband the other day said I sounded like Cartman. He's like, you've never done a better Cartman voice. And I said, I don't know how to take that. I don't know how to take that. But I'm going to take it as I always have taken it, as I should be a voice actor. This is just training for it. Maybe I'm just getting up the bravery to do an entire episode in baby voice. I'm not. That would be fucking crazy. I would never do that in my fucking life. But, you know, when I bring out the Boston accent, I can't say it without being like the Boston accent. I try and say the Boston accent. You know what I mean? What a car. All right, guys, silly, goofy moods already. I already restarted this because I was like, there's 2 minutes of BS at the beginning of this. Nobody wants to hear that. Hey, here's another 2 minutes of BS for you. So let's jump right into it. No life updates for you guys because this is a batch recorded episode because I'm going to Vegas and I know I need about 45 days to recover from that. So I want to make sure that you guys have me at my peaked right now. Whoa, not peaking actually. Not actually peaking on Toke It Out right now. That would be crazy. Okay, so to start this off, did you know that there's an endangered crafts list? Yeah, there's a whole thing because I saw somebody post, this like news person I follow posted that they were like, I just need a hobby. What are you guys doing for hobbies these days? Like, I need some joy in my life. What hobby can I get into? So a lot of people commented, you know, their hobbies, their whatevers. And then somebody said, have you ever checked out the endangered craft list? And I said, what is that in? So we're gonna look that up together. What the endangered craft list is. Is there like a difference between USA and the UK? The Red List of Endangered Crafts is an inventory of traditional crafts and trades practiced in the UK that are at risk of dying out in the succeeding generation. The original Red List took 2 years to compile, was first published by Heritage Crafts on the 3rd of May in 2017 with financial support from the Radcliffe Trust. The inventory evaluated 169 crafts, and all are graded along the model of the animal species at risks, using categories like least concern, endangered, critically endangered, or near extinct and extinct. The second edition of the Red List was published on the 9th of March, 2019, with 212 crafts evaluated. The critically endangered list increased to 36 crafts, 102 classified as currently viable. The third edition of the Red List was published on the 24th of May, 2021, with 244 crafts evaluated, and the critical endangered list increased to 56 crafts. 110 were classified as currently viable. Research for the fourth edition of the Red List began in September 2022 with financial support from the Pilgrim Trust and was released on the 11th of May in 2023. It seems like every May they have one. Oh my gosh, is there a new one? I don't know, maybe it's every couple of years. Wait, there should be a new one then. This evaluated 259 crafts and added a further 17 skills to the list, including straw hat making and encaustic tile making. What's encaustic tiles? Oh, thank God, it'll just like give it to me. Caustic tile or inlaid tiles are ceramic tiles in which a pattern or figure on the surface is not a product of the glaze, but of two different colors of clay. They are usually of two colors, but the tile may be comprised of as many as 6. Wow. I can see why maybe that is endangered. It seems like a lot of work. In the 2023 edition of the Red List, the craft of mouth-blown flat glass making was added to the 4 that were previously identified as having been already lost in the UK in the preceding decade, okay? Which are gold beating, like B-A-T-I-N-G, gold beating. The making of cricket balls. How's that a lost craft? It's probably just not handmade anymore. Traditional lacrosse stick manufacturing, paper mold and decal making, a form of specialized paper making, and mouth-blown flat glass making. Oh, that's kind of sad. Okay, critically endangered crafts. They're defined as having no trainees to continue the skill involved and as being practiced by either a very small number of artisans or produced by 2 or fewer companies in the UK. By 2023, the list has grown to 63. Some of these are copper wheel engraving. That sounds cool. Clay pipe making, chain making. Like, I mean, what are we defining as chain making? Are we talking about like chain mail, or are we talking like an outfit, or are we talking about like they make chains? And is there like 2 or fewer because they have like a monopoly in it? Taking a sip of Alani Nu is my equivalent of like eating the spinach for Popeye. I sip this shit and I'm like, like I could power up like Mario in this bitch, for real. So chain making, you kind of got me with that one. I don't know. I feel like maybe, who am I to say that's not true? I have no reason to believe it's not true. But like, okay, 2 or fewer manufacturers are making it. Is that because they're just importing chains? And I'm talking about like industrial like chains. Like, are they doing that kind of industrial work in the UK? I have no fucking idea. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. That shit's an island. There can't be that much space. There's a ton of people living in there. They get like New York-sized people living on this fucking island. It seems really small. It seems real small, you guys. So maybe that's why it's not there in the UK. Because and I'm not saying it shouldn't be. I'm just saying diamond cutting. What do you mean diamond cutting? Because were people cutting diamonds by hand and there were, I don't know. What does that mean? Glass eye making. Glass eye making is an endangered craft. All you bitches that were drawing eyeballs in high school when you were supposed to be learning algebra, now is your time. Bring it back, girl. Bring that shit back. I know you can. Glass eye making is for you. Fuck waitressing at the Denny's. It's your time. Whatever you got going on, fuck it. Bring back the endangered craft of glass eye making. Hell yeah. How do you become a glass eye maker? How long? Here we go. Glass eye making. How long does it take? Because I must know. Okay, Google it. What are you talking about? It was like 5 to 7 years. That's how long it'll last, a prosthetic eye. I actually follow this girl on Instagram. I don't know how she came across my algorithm, but she is like, gotta be like 23, 24 now or whatever, but she lost an eye by having a stroke really young. And she tried to save her eye for a couple of years, and I was following her back when she had her eye, but it was, obviously causing her a lot of distress, and it was never gonna work again. So she decided to have it removed, and she has a prosthetic eye now. That shit looks fucking cool. This bitch she puts on like matching eye patches and does her makeup on the other side of her face to like match and shit, like the one eye. She's got different eyes that she puts in, and that shit looks like gold and stuff. Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. So glass eye making can make a comeback. Together here on the Toke It Out community, we could do it. We really could. Are you kidding me? Smoke a little weed and we're all just like painting eyes. I know some of you are glass blowers already. Hey, glass blowing tokers. It is your time, baby. Bring it back. Oh, and that glass, and that flat glass blowing, what could you do that for? Flat glass blowing. Is it just because it's so delicate, like you can't get into it? I don't know. Hazel basket making. Different from other basket making? What are we talking about? Like specifically is like hazel. Oh, I never found out how long it takes to make a glass eye. Who cares? Who cares? We got the time. We have the time. Nobody look at my Botox thing. I already got it touched up once. We're getting it touched up again. All of you audio listeners, I love you. You guys this week and last week and the week before that and potentially next week are all my favorites for listening rather than looking because, whoa. Okay, anyways, hazel basket making involves gathering and preparing hazel root, splitting them into strips and weaving them into baskets using traditional techniques. Okay, so maybe that's where it is because I'm like, okay, gathering and preparing hazel rods. We could figure that out. Splitting them into strips. We could figure that out. Weaving them into baskets using traditional methods. Ugh, got me there. Not sure what the traditional methods are. Could I figure out how to make a basket? Do you know how many flat pieces of cardboard I have turned into a 3D box? Oh, gotta ship something back? Need a box? I'm not paying for it. Where's a flat piece of cardboard from something else? I'm turning those Amazon boxes. I'm cutting them. I'm turning them inside out. I'm retaping them so they say Amazon on the inside, and I'm sending them back to Amazon. You better believe that I'm reusing those boxes. And if you're not, that's a hot tip for you. Take that one to the bank. Enjoy. Oh my God. So that is the endangered crafts list. Let me see. Let me name like one more. Plane making. What are we talking about? Plane making, piano making, plane making, plume making, point shoe making, point shoe making? Point shoe making? No. That's like ballerina shit, right? No. Oh my gosh. They must be like made by a machine or just not made in the UK anymore, whatever. Like, not saying I could name an American like point shoe maker. I'm just saying scissor. It just says scissor. What are we talking about? Okay. The craft of scissor. It's not like scissoring. It's not scissor making. It just says scissor. That's all it says. Sipping on that scissor. Sorry. Okay. Lonnie News hitting now. Okay. Straw hat making, tin smithing, whip making, bell founding. Bell founding is the cast and turning of large bronze bells in a foundry for such as churches. We're not making big-ass bell churches by hand anymore. Whoa! This is one from like, whoa! Oh, that's fucking cool and shit. Because I guess you gotta figure like when it hits the side, like you can't just do like a stone thing in a bell. Like if you want that bell to be a certain like ring or pitch, it has to be crafted a certain way. This one is from the 11th century BC, from the Shang dynasty. Wow. And like, not that I didn't believe that there were bells back then, but I'm just like, whoa, that's like how old this craft is. And it's dead in the UK, or it's critically endangered. Get your bells in order. Book your flights, ladies. We're going to the UK and we're making bells. How? Not sure. But I actually feel really strongly that like we got to bring these back. I have to learn one. Which one am I? Oh, our oak bark tanning. If I could say that without my Midwest accent and dry mouth, that'd be great. That'd be so great. Saw making. I don't know. I'm kind of into the point shoe making. I feel like I could do that one. Hey, England, UK, London. If I learn to do that, will you let me come over there for free and live? Because if so, sign me up. I'm taking the express route to it. Okay. Anyways, so that is the endangered craft list. I wonder if there's one for the USA, but probably not because nobody gives a fuck in the USA. For real. Yeah, I'm sure not. It's all like a UK thing because they actually give a shit. Because somebody is actually willing to fund time and effort for this project. Who would have guessed? America is totally willing to just deny that things are extinct and not happening. Who would have guessed? Okay, so on the same tip of like creative minds and creative people and all that, have you heard that Alvin, Theodore, and Simon of Alvin and the Chipmunks are still making music beyond the grave? No, I'm just kidding. But Alan Lucier is still making music beyond the grave. According to, this is an article from NPR, before he died in 2021, the American experimental composer Alan Lucier agreed to have samples of his blood drawn for use as part of Revivification, a new installment at the Art Gallery of Western Australia in Perth, which I think is so crazy. It's his blood. Alan Lucier died in 2021 at the age of 90, but the composer, or rather a surrogate created out of biological matter taken from his body with his permission before he died, is now putting out new music. At a time when extending a dead musician's output, or at least attempting to, can be as easy as typing a prompt into AI, a group of artists and scientists in Australia are bringing one deceased composer back to life in a different way by rebuilding some of his brain. Nathan Thompson, one of the creators of the installation, along artists Guy Benaray and Matt Gringold and Stuart Hoggets, a neuroscientist, we have developed a brain on a dish, more or less, that has the ability to take action in the real world. This brain on a dish takes a form of two small white blobs on a pedestal at the gallery. The blobs are clusters of neurons that mimic a very basic way the structure and development of a human brain. Thompson said that it has grown out of stem cells created from the blood samples the composer agreed to donate to the project the year before he died. He was aware of possibilities that the work would perform for him even after his death. In order to produce new music, the blobs, Alan Lucier's surrogate self, are connected to 20 handcrafted brass plates attached to the gallery walls like paintings. The plates, which have contained hidden transducers and mallets, the plates respond to neural signals the biological matter gives out in real time, creating an ethereal soundscape. That's very cool. Creativity has two components. One is the originality of the novel and the uniqueness of the piece. And here, of course, that's in spades. That's very cool. It's kind of Frankenstein-y though, right? It is wild. This feels like the beginning nice half of a horror story, right? And like, not to discredit any of these people, this is amazing, but it feels a little Frankenstein-y. It feels a little like, let's prove this so that we can continue to do that. I think it's just a little scary. I think this is the beginning of something. If people are going to really take this seriously, then, I mean, I wonder if people who own certain people's like rights to their estates and their whatevers, I guess this is like leading my questions into like, who owns like Mac Miller's, like the rights to his music and stuff since he's passed? Is there like a frozen blood sample of his, like of him somewhere in cryogenically frozen, or like his sperm or something? And I mean, whatever, I'm not trying to be weird about it, but the person that owns that, like, are they going to be weird about it? Are they going to Frankenstein Prince, or, and not Frankenstein, you know what I mean? Are they going to do this and have their biological matter continue to create music and stuff like that after death just to continue to make money? Like this guy, but this guy is a composer. You know, I feel like we'd have to do it with composers, not exactly like musical singing artists, because you don't have those vocal cords, but maybe, I don't know. This could be the beginning of, like, it says, okay, conceptually it is alive, but it won't turn into a full-blown brain. They didn't, that end quote, but I'm saying yet. Yet, question mark? When, like, with how advanced AI is and how people can obviously have figured this kind of stuff out. Are we going to like bridge this together and start making like, you know, certain kind of biological humans? I don't know. It feels like this is, I'm interested. I want to know more. Who knows what could happen? The possibilities I feel like are a little endless. I want to put out a PSA, completely pivoting. I want to put out a PSA. This cream, I'm going to make sure it's in focus. Hold on. This cream, okay, I got this cream in like a little Ulta, Sephora, whatever pack, right? Count your fucking days. B-flat firming belly cream. Fuck you. Because I didn't read the instructions. So, did you clearly print it on there? Yeah. Did I not read it? Yeah. Still fuck you. Because, wow. Okay, so it was belly firming cream. I was like, okay, fuck it. I was like, let's just go ahead and use all my nice fun things. I rub it on my tummy, I rub it on my butt cheeks, and then I rub it on my TMI, my inner thighs. Okay? Whatever. I'm like, because it's a cellulite cream. I'm like, okay, just firm up. Let's tone the areas. No less than 25 seconds after starting this cream, after rubbing in this cream, do I start burning. Absolutely, positively on fire. Burning. I can't actually know it. Like, I couldn't believe what was happening. I'm like, what? I'm thinking I'm having an allergic reaction. I'm like trying to rub it off with makeup wipes. I'm trying to get this stuff off me. Let me go ahead and read you these instructions that I did not read beforehand. Massage B flat into belly area until fully absorbed. Did that. Like lotion, right? A warming sensation can be felt for up to 2 hours. No need to wash off. Yes, the fuck there is. Get off my phone, because if I touch that in my eye, are you so for real with it right now? That there's not a warming sensation. There is a full-on fire under your epidermis. I'm so for real. The fire lit in between my legs and on my booty was 4th degree burns. Is it really? No. You couldn't eat my skin, not even red in that area. But did I feel like it? Yeah, absolutely. I felt like I was cooking on a spit. It was so hot. So hot. So that is a warning to everybody out there. PSA, if you love that feeling and want to try it, go ahead. But you've been warned verbally now, as I was not. So let me save you the pain. Okay, what have we been talking about? Probably not shit for a while. Honestly, guys, this was going to be a little bit shorter. I think the last thing I really want to talk about is, I think my recommendation of the week. I don't know if I recommended this last week, but do you guys know about GarboScope? Let me talk about GarboScope. And if I recommended this last week, too bad. Double GarboScope weeks. Fuck it. GarboScope is it's an account, and I'll link him below or whatever, but he's some guy, I think he lives in Toronto or Montreal or something, some like big city in Canada, and he lives, I think, in an apartment, obviously, and takes his like garbage and he throws it out his window every Monday, and there's a garbage can at the bottom of the street, whatever. I don't know. I'm having such a hard time today, guys. The edibles are hitting. So he throws it into the street, and if it makes it into the garbage can, it's a good week. And if it doesn't, or it falls over or whatever, it's a bad week. The accuracy of GarboScope is actually insane. If you're in tune with the universe, you're in tune with GarboScope. You know about it, you love it, and you've always been here. You know that if that garbage goes in the can, take it to the bank, baby. It's going to be a good week. You don't even have to watch GarboScope to know. It'll be Wednesday. You'll be like, oh, did I watch GarboScope? Oh, I did stub my toe 3 times. I bet you it didn't make it in. And I bet you it didn't. And if you're having bad weeks and GarboScope is telling you otherwise, then you're just not in tune with the universe like that. You're just not in tune with GarboScope like that. But anyways, I just had to tell you guys that. Go follow him. If I did last week, if I recommended this, I do not care. I will get this excited about GarboScope every single week. every single week. You better believe it. Not sure what surfer dude voice that was. See, I'm meant to be just a voice actor, dude. It's my slow auditions to till my voice gives out from smoking. So, tell your weird uncle about me, guys. This is gonna be a short episode, so he'll love it. I will see you guys next week. Bye.